Welcome to the old man's corner. Grab a chair and a cup of coffee and come on in. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about our interests, the things that make us happy and things that we do to improve our lives. Some of my hobbies, one of my favorite hobbies is fishing. I enjoy fishing. I'm not a go out on a boat type fisherman. I'm a bank fisherman. You know, one of those you throw the line out there and you sit and wait, and whatever you catch, you catch. Usually a catfish or carp or whatever, but occasionally you catch a bass or a crappie. But throughout my life, I've kind of been a cat fisherman, and this brings me a little peace. I can go out and sit at the edge of the lake or the river and just sit back in my lawn chair and have all my tackle and stuff right there, and it's just sit and wait. And that's a calming type thing. Most of the time I spent out at the lake. You can sit out in the sunshine and feel the breeze blowing off of the lake, and just be out in nature, just absorbing all that. A lot of times while I was out fishing, I'd take that opportunity to do a little sunbathing even, which sometimes gets kind of humorous. Occasionally you have one of the lake patrol people pull up on you, and here you're sitting out there down to your shorts, but you're fishing, and they kind of come over and wonder what you're up to. That's one of the good reasons I always pinned my fishing license to the back of my lawn chair, so I didn't always have the pockets to carry the fishing license, so it always stayed on the back of my lawn chair, so it was easy access. A lot of the times you knew when the game warden wasn't going to be out there, so you could kind of relax, and those were the days when you were out there not something that was not quite legal. It's when you didn't have that fishing license yet. But I can tell you that those game wardens, at least in Kansas, they're very sneaky. A couple of times I remember I was sitting way back at the back of the lake, up in the wooded area, which backed up against the lake, way down in there, and just fishing away, and never did hear until I heard somebody standing behind me. Said, "How you doing?" "Oh, okay, I'm doing okay." And of course he said, "You catching anything?" And that time I was catching a few little perch and some small channel cat. But he was so quiet I didn't hear him. So they're good at their job. But fortunately I did have my license with me at that time. It was pinned to my chair. But I've enjoyed fishing quite a bit, and like I said, I'm not much of a boat fisherman. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever been out on a boat fishing. And I guess a lot of it is sitting on the bank. Like I said, I can sit back and relax and kick my feet up. And sometimes I'd take out me a big old jug of coffee, or sometimes take a big old container of Dr. Pepper, because that was what I drank at the time, and just sit there and enjoy the day. And occasionally I'd take my camera out and I'd film it as well. I'd always take my camera to take pictures of the fish I caught, because everybody has one of those fish stories. I caught one yay big. Well, they didn't ever have anything to prove it. So I always took a picture of whatever I caught, and that way I had it. I don't think I ever caught one yay big, but so I didn't have to tell those yay big stories. But I did have proof of what I caught. But then I always tossed them back anyways. I didn't catch them to eat. I was just catching them for the fun of it, and it was very enjoyable. Sometimes you can take people out with you. I'd take my friend Carlos out once in a while, and we'd go out there and sit, and A lot of times there'd be a lot of fishermen out there, and other times there wouldn't be anybody. Be a lot of boaters out there occasionally. A lot of people would come out camping sometimes. I didn't go out in the summer all that much because usually fish aren't really biting all that much in the summer, but towards the end of summer and into fall or in early spring, you can catch some fish back then. And it's nice weather that you can sit and enjoy. Uh, I don't know if any of you like fishing. I know there's been some people that I've been around that you talking about fishing. They said, no, 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 no. They didn't want to get out there and touch that mess. And sometimes I'd even also go down to the Winfield Tunnel Mill Dam and do some fishing. That's a little bit different fishing because you got a lot of people down there fishing at one time, and you got the overspill from the dam, and it's churning up the waters, and you didn't know what you're going to catch. Most of the time, all you caught was rocks because your your gear get hung up in the rocks out there. But it was a lot of fun. Sometimes it's just to sit and watch what other people caught. A lot of my neighborhood friends there used to go down there and fish, and we could sit there and socialize as well. So if you have something like this that you enjoy to do and that helps you in your mind and in your spirit, or just helps you to grow, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. Tell me about your stories and your fishing stories and those big ones you caught. I'd love to hear those stories. So, I love you. Everybody have a nice day. Talk to you later.